Hello everybody and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to talk about the video clip that I made called Green Goblin by Kwebbelkop, a diss track on Jelly. I had the opportunity to shoot this video for Kwebbelkop and I asked a really good friend of mine and also a colleague of mine to help me with this, and he also has a lot of experience in the video clip industry, so in that way we could make a really nice mix of our expertises. I'm going to be watching this video and reacting to it, and I'm also going to tell you how we did these shots and how we did these edits, because I think that the production that we set down in 5 days is pretty nice for a time span of 5 days and for such a production as this. We tried to be as creative as we could within the 5 days that we had. I think that it would be even a better clip if we had some more time, but still, I think also that the 5 days that we had for this and the product that we set is also a pretty nice form to show what you can do with some creativity and a nice team behind you. I also want to thank everyone who has been working on this clip together with us, and let's dive right into the video. So a cool story about this first clip is these kids in the back were driving here on their bikes. They were actually pretty big fans of Kwebbelkop and they asked for a picture with him. So the first thing we said to them is, hey, we are thinking about making this like reverse shot where he's driving backwards and you're driving to the front, and then we'll put it in reverse in the edit, which we did. So if you want, you can be in the video clip, and they were really hyped about that. So we let them join the video clip. And this little house there, that's his penthouse. It's a pretty nice place.
For you, Welkom 3.0. You asked for this, Jelly. You asked for this. 100K likes, I'll drop another diss on Jelly. Only thing bigger than your sub count is your belly.
Those shots were made with a 360 cam, which is like a camera which has like a lens on the front and a lens on the back. They're both shooting 180 degrees, so like super wide. Then they're stitching these two shots to each other, in which you have a 360 view of what the camera sees. It's like this Google Maps car, but then on your bike. So we stick it to his bike, and in the edit you can select for yourself what kind of shots you want. You can say like look left now, look right now create a tiny planet, which is like this effect where he zooms out and you see like him kind of like driving on this little globe. So yeah, it's a really cool thing to make some cool effects with.
Shorter than your fans, haha. We don't want to see you no more, bye bye. Hold up, I got no respect for Jelly.
This is also made with the 360 cam.
And there ain't nothing you can tell me. You look like an ugly man.
Those shots of the Lamborghini, I was sitting in the back of the car of Tiger, who was also on the shoot. He has his Volkswagen, and I said to him like, hey, can I maybe hop in your trunk? Just so that I can like sit out with my camera and just like get this shot. And I think we created some really cool shots like low over the ground, and those are the shots that you can see like in the intro and some other places. Also, this little kid was the kid of someone who was passing by. And the first thing that the guy said was, just a regular day on the Zuidas. And the Zuidas is like this place in Amsterdam which has like some pretty nice buildings and I think some rich people in there. And he was there walking with his kid, and the assistant of Jordi said like, hey, if you want we can put your kid in the car, you can make like a picture. And so when he said that and the guy was putting his kid in the car, I run up there with my camera. I said like, hey, can I maybe get this shot? So we got this shot of the kid, and I think it works so perfectly for the video. There's also like, we had so many weird creative thoughts and ideas during the shoot, just because we like only had 1 day to plan this whole thing, which actually worked out pretty well. And I think also with the whole COVID pandemic, we couldn't really be inside in any places. So we had a lot of things planned, which didn't really work out. So we also had to like be creative and like do some things. And I think that thinking about that, we had like a pretty nice shoot day.
An ugly man child. Jelly, please stop talking, sit down.
This is the little tiny planet effect on the GoPro.
Your channel took off, what a miracle. I'll be friends with Jelly for
I just love that effect. Like with the zoom, I have to talk about that as well. We had one camera, we were calling with Jordi on the phone. I was like FaceTiming him, and he was like in his apartment, and we were standing on the opposite side on a different apartment building. On the balcony, like level 2 his apartment. So we were standing there and we had 2 lenses, and we wanted to stitch those 2 lenses to each other, because a zoom like that, it's not really possible with like one lens, especially if you want it like that smooth. So we had 2 lenses, and we had like this first lens zoom out completely and then zoomed in. And then while we were doing that, we got like the next lens we also zoomed that out and then in again. And we stitched those 2 zooms to each other, which created this effect, like this super zoom effect.
I'll I've been friends with Jilly for a year.
So I'm talking about this effect. This is actually like two lenses zooming into each other. And we were talking with Jordi on the phone, like, okay, dance now. And like, I think it worked so perfectly. Also, if you look really well, this is maybe a little Easter egg for you, but the clip is like forwarded and then reversed after it.
Oops, you know I'm real charitable. Your channel took off, what a miracle.
Here you can see it, it's like reversed. This shot is also really cool. It's a one taker.
No fear. Don't be scared of the change. Jordi is the name, about to turn up the game. Mommy, help me. You wasn't there for me when I was down. I made you famous now.
So all these shots were taken in a garage around like 10 o'clock in the night. And at the end of the shoot, this like security guard walked up to us and I was thinking like, oh no, here it's gonna come. And he was like, hey, what are you guys doing? It was so random because I can imagine if you're a security guard there, maybe you're like sleeping on the job, I don't know, but just imagine waking up and you see like this yellow Lamborghini with like Jordi in front of it and like this other guy just dancing and going hard, flexing with money, throwing everything around. I think it would be so funny for the security guard to see that on the camera. I was like, okay, this is like not a normal day. So yeah, he came up to us and I was like, oh no, now it's gonna come. And he was actually like really cool and he was like really surprised about like the whole shoot. And he was like, hey, if you want, I can also pick the money up for you after it, so it's fine. I think it was really cool.
I was down, I made you famous, now you run the town. If you want war, I've been ready like a veteran. Scared of beef, you should have been a vegetarian.
I think those slow motion shots with the money is just perfect.
This wouldn't end. Mentally and physically, I go over your head. I bet your best friends make you social distance your head. They like jelly, well I bet that's only jelly with bread. 100K lights.
All these shots with like the 360 GoPro and like the garage shots, and I think it just blends and it works. It works together, and we have like this first verse and then we have like the mid section where he's like repeating the first thing that he said again, and then he's like, I'm about to go hard. So that's like the part where he just goes crazy. And we also had some shots in the apartment there, and I'll show you that.
Only thing bigger than your sub count is your belly.
This shot made at the NDSM Wharf, which is like an industrial place, also in Amsterdam, and I think it's perfect. So this is a location that he also used in his first diss track, and I think it's pretty cool to also get that location again in the second diss track, but then show off like, yo, now we have a Lamborghini, now we have like a night scene with like these lights popping out. I think it really is cool for like the people that are like watching a long time, for maybe also like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. They can see like, hey, I know that place, and hey, like I remember this. So that's pretty cool for like the longer fans.
Is your belly. Yeah, you're shorter than your fans. Ha ha. We don't want to see you no more. Bye bye. Hold up, I got no respect.
I think also like those little shots in the edit where it's just like slow motion, like bye bye. And you see like his head like moving slower. I think it just really works for this video.
Hold up, I got no respect for Jelly. Yeah, and there ain't nothing you can tell me. Like an ugly man child. Jelly, please stop talking, sit down. Yo, Jordi, let me hop on the beat.
I think this part is also like really cool. I mean, Tiger is a friend of Jordi. They've been working together for like a couple of months now, and I think it's really cool to like just mention him on the track, and maybe the next one he'll get like his real verse. I think it's cool to get like everyone hyped and excited for like his entrance in the whole scene. So I think it's really cool to add Tiger here, and I think that this part is also just it's perfect. He's gonna say like, let's go hard, and then it's just gonna push all these shots out in the edit, you know?
This one's mine, this one's all mine. Alright man, I'll hop on the next one. I'm about.
Also here you can see me being featured in the video clip next to Jordi. I was actually filming all the shots from inside the Lamborghini, so hey, I made it.
Alright, let's go. Round after round, I will hit you where
I think this shot is just so cool.
This is put you 6 feet in the dirt. I swear Jelly short as hell, why you still not down to earth? Better sit down and be humble, cause today you gonna learn.
All these shots, they're just epic because like we really popped out the colors. Maybe we even outdone it a little bit too much, but I think at the same time it just works because it's like it's so in your face, it's there, and like it's fixed on his nose. We used a special thing for that called a snorri cam, which is like a stick attached to his belly, and then we have like these ropes like around him to keep like the camera fixed to his face, and then in After Effects we can even like track his nose to keep it like even more fixed to his face, which I think was just such a cool idea and such a cool shot for this video. And we really tried to make like a lot of creative shots in this whole video. And I think that that's also something that has not really been done in the whole diss track game in YouTube yet. So we wanted to be a first in that one, and I think that we really did that.
So fucking sure that baby sick inside the kiddie pool. Children under 9, the only ones who really think you're cool. You got signed a babysitter for you, that's just pitiful. You're so fucking short to normal people, you're invisible.
And as you can see, like this whole loop in the whole edit, it's just fast pacing. It's fast, 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 fast. We want to keep the viewers attached to the whole video, and we also want to show like, hey, now he's mad, like now he's done. And we also like, I just paused it on this shot because this was actually a pretty boring shot. Like it's really gangster because like it's from below and it's like he's watching down on you, which is pretty cool. But at the same time, it was just not really there. I mean, this was a pretty long shot and he was just like standing there, not really, it wasn't really the hype that we were waiting for, because we wanted all these like high energy hype shots, like bam, bam, bam. So Chris, the guy that I was working with, he's really good at After Effects and he has like some cool effects. Also in this whole video, he did all those effects. I'm not as good at that. I'm definitely not as good as him, so I'm really happy that he was pretty good at that. So he added these wings and we had like this thunder going down, and I think that we just created like from the most boring shot, we created this really interesting shot that just gets you like, whoa, what the fuck is happening here? And I think it works perfect.
Beating me is just as likely as you jogging to the gym. He got famous because of me, it was not because of him. I would think you were a whale if I ever saw you swim. The only thing that's in for you are the justice that you win. I'm a savage with this pen and I get petty with it. Call me SpongeBob because today I'm going jellyfishing, all slim and handsome.
And as you can see, we just keep this pace in. We just keep this pace in. It's like fast shots, fast shots, fast shots, fast shots, and then he just kind of like shoots out the whole lyrics. He just shoots out the chorus and he's like, yo, we're done, this is the track. And I think it just worked perfectly. And then at the end, we have this like little mysterious shot. It's like super zoomed in, it just zooms out. And as you can see, it goes further, further, further. Then there's even like this little, we zoom out the camera, so it's like, oh, what's happening here? And then it's done. And I think that is just a perfect ending to this whole video clip. So that's it, and that's the whole thing, and how we made it and how we did the edit and whatever. So I really would like to know from you guys what you think about the whole clip and about the whole song and about anything. That just let me know. I also want to know if you guys found this video interesting, because yeah, I've done a lot of movies and a lot of edits, so if you want to see more, you can always see more. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.